Hello to my fans and supporters out there. It is Starbucks Pod, and I'm your host, Colin. It's our co-host,
Abby, and this is our mascot, Chanel.
Rawr. And we have two special, amazing guests with us. Our two roommates.
If you want to introduce yourself.
I'm Avery.
I'm JC.
They're wonderful, by the way.
What can we say?
Yeah. I know I'm great.
So, how are you guys' weekend doing so far?
We're doing pretty good. We
Yeah.
just actually saw like a dance musical theater.
Showcase.
Yeah, it was kind of a lot of different things. There was a cappella number. There was dancing.
A dancing mime, a very a sad dancing mime. It sounds weird, but it was very, very cool.
And but that was pretty good. And we've got one more day before it's like actual like first week of classes.
Well, not for me.
Okay.
Lucky.
She's got a couple days off this week, but and like for me it's like back to work, that kind of stuff, but it's good. It'll be good to get back in the schedule.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, and if you guys don't mind us asking, what are you guys' majors?
My major is secondary education English, which is just like the really hoity-toity way to say high school English teacher.
Cool.
I'm a theater BA with a concentration in design, and
That's even more hoity-toity than what I said.
I'm going hoity-toity because I'm proud of it. Like,
Mhm.
I want to go into
Yeah.
SFX. My concentration is makeup and design.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And we're psych and sos.
Yeah.
We're not as fun.
You guys forgot about ours. So anything you want to talk about today?
Well, usually we have our list of topics, but we're kind of just going like.
Yeah, off the bat, because we were supposed to do a podcast last week, but I got sick. It was supposed to be a big podcast because our first podcast I got over 100 views. So we want to thank you guys, subscribers, and I just said 500. I want to say 500K. I wish 500 subscribers. I want
That's a
to thank
big
you
jump.
guys.
Oh, shit, my phone.
Take the bow.
Yeah, take a bow.
Thank you guys for that. So hopefully this one does the same numbers, and not
Even
one
better.
viewer or 100 viewers, like we said, doesn't matter as long as you.
You gotta
earn.
start somewhere, right?
You guys gotta set like a like goal. Like, what are you guys
Yeah,
doing?
Like, we want to get this video. To
We
like,
haven't even done that
You
yet.
can do it
we
like low. It could be something low too.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like,
Honestly, let's just go for 100 again.
Yeah, let's go for 100.
You know, you gotta
Consistency.
start somewhere.
I
Mhm.
mean,
100 likes and we'll come back on the pod.
yeah, 100
100
likes and we'll come back.
Good luck.
Here we go.
We
We
put
got
like
one like.
we put like 2.3 at most. What the analytics will say. So
I'm gonna send this to everyone I know. Like, we'll push it up.
Hopefully.
We'll push that number up.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I mean, if Avery and I are on here, I mean, the numbers are definitely
Yeah.
about
Uh-huh,
there.
yeah.
Maybe one day you could pay for all of our tuition.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Please, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
Hopefully, that's the goal.
So I mean, we're just gonna throw ideas out there. So let's start with like New Year resolutions. Do you guys have any?
I don't think we can share our New Year's resolutions
So-
on this podcast.
I'm trying to think. Well, this is kind of cheesy, but I am in a new relationship recently. Not with JC. I just.
Oh yes, baby.
I just had to console her while I put my hand on her. But
Yeah.
so I guess my biggest goal for the year is to be a good boyfriend. I feel like.
Okay.
What about you, JC?
My resolution, let me just say, I just want a stable relationship.
Okay.
Amen.
Let's
The only single one in the dorm.
the only single one in the dorm. It's just yeah. I don't want to be single anymore. I just want to settle down. Yeah, that's my resolution. Besides,
I'm gonna say.
Hey.
You still going?
No.
What?
I'll hold it for you.
Oh, thank you.
I like what
I want to see.
I like what Avery.
I want to say mine is I've been injured for a while now, and my New Year's resolution is to be better by at least April, fully recovered, so I can compete. But another one is probably being a better boyfriend. Like I guess what Avery said.
Steal my great answer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that one from you because I like seeing her happy.
Oh, well.
How about yours? Little tutu?
Well, my New Year. What the?
I'm just
My-
sitting here, I'm just-
My New Year. And now she's feeling really left out.
Keep on. Keep talking.
My New Year's resolution is to drink more water and just become more disciplined, rather that's being more consistent in the gym or just not procrastinate as much, like even at schoolwork, because I really tend to wait to the last minute or I don't do it at all, and it just kind of toxic on the mindset. So I feel like once you're actually consistent with something, you'll just feel so much better, not as stressed. And Colin got me this water bottle, so it's trying to keep me on track because when you drink more water, you just feel so much, like you can just feel a difference. So that's really one of my goals because I know it helps with your skin and everything. So yeah.
Okay.
Anything else? We don't really have topics, so anything out there?
I mean, I know. Is this where you guys talk about relationships and stuff on here?
Yeah.
So since you guys,
we don't always have to.
Since you
I got
guys,
something to talk about.
But
Too.
he's new to the
I've got like a little bit of a Q&A for you today.
Okay.
So since you guys, you guys are like a stable, pretty long-term relationship, like I don't know if you guys have talked about this kind of thing on the podcast before. But like what would your guys' like advice be to like anybody in like a new relationship? Like just starting off, like what do you think is like the biggest piece of advice you wish somebody gave you or that you would give somebody?
Well, you want to go first? Or?
I'm gonna say start off slow and learn the person first before you date them. Don't just assume things because you see things. Because people act a different way around people they start to like. Or
like you don't know someone's true colors until you really get to know them. So it might be like this is what like I'm not trying to just like
not the exact thing that my ex said. Like it's just like Anyways, continue on. My single aspect here.
This is supposed to help people not release JC's trauma.
So look, I have some time. So before we started dating and everything, we
How do you remember that?
Yeah, we had like, little hookups and stuff. We used to make out, have our secret meetups. But before, it was funny because we broke up before we first started having this close relationship. So I have a feeling that really helped us like create a bigger bond to where we are right now. So I'm kind of happy we went through that.
Okay, so my advice is to understand that arguments are normal and healthy. I always say this one. Just because you argue doesn't mean you guys should break up. You just really have to hear both sides out. And if it's about every little thing, then I don't think you two are compatible. But if it's like about something big, like I said, hear each other out. See how to fix it and move on. And I think that actually helps you grow. And that could be in friendships or family members, anything. It doesn't have to necessarily be a relationship. But if someone's constantly bringing up something, obviously it bothers them. And I feel like instead of just burying it, I feel like you should sort it out first. So that's basically my advice. Just understand that arguments are normal. And I think they could be a healthy thing rather than just seen as toxic.
Yeah, I definitely think it's all about like just being able to work stuff out with people, just like friendships, everything in general.
I mean, like us.
Now, what's your relationship advice? Even from the single.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah. Give us some. I mean, you were in like a long-term-ish relationship. Like, what is your advice for?
I mean, like. I'm not good at giving advice, like especially relationship advice, just because I don't like tread in that like territory. Like I'm not the person that I would be like, oh yeah, come to me if you have relationship problems. I'm like more the person that's just like, are you stupid? Like why are you dating him? Like that's gonna be my advice. Like I guess like you're stupid. Like if the guy's like. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go into it because it's supposed to be a positive environment.
Yes.
But I guess I'm trying to think. Like I guess like my biggest piece of advice would be like I don't know because it was a high school relationship. Because like it doesn't even matter now. Like I haven't been in like a stable relationship in like years, so I can't give advice.
But I mean, like,
let me be clear here.
So, like, what do you think was like, just like the like what like brought you guys together? Like, what do you feel like was like that? Like,
it's just having a connection, just like having similar hobbies, I mean, we went to the same school.
I mean, you don't feel like you have to agree on everything though, kind of like what Abby was saying, or do you feel like
no,
how
I don't
much?
think you have to agree on everything necessarily.
Yeah, like opposites attract.
Exactly, like
Yeah.
opposites attract, but in some situations, opposites do not attract, and
That's what I say.
like
Yeah.
it's just something that happens. Like, I don't know.
I feel like if you argue, it's good, but if you argue too much,
That's what I literally
then that
said.
it goes
Yeah.
down decline.
Right.
Right. And I mean, like, it's good to have things in common, but at the same time, like, you don't have to do everything together, and at the same time, you don't have to have, like, nothing in common.
I don't need you to hold my hand while I poop.
Yeah.
Okay. No, what she said.
No. Communication. That's it. Just communication.
Okay.
Oh, that goes so far.
That might be better than ours.
Communication. Because let me just say, like, if you're with somebody
And they
they're-
can't communicate.
and they can't communicate, or they're just making up excuses
Right.
and
Or worse,
Red
they hide
flag,
their
red flag.
feelings.
hide their feelings, all of that crap, like, don't put up with it.
That is a huge red flag.
That's so
It's
true.
a huge red
What
flag.
are some red flags that you guys have? If you guys haven't talked about that before.
I'll let you guys go.
Let's go with you,
like
Abby.
JC said though,
Well, I got one.
no communication. Like if you're just hiding your feelings and then boom, you're unhappy with someone or you want to break. Like what went wrong? Like talk to me so I can fix it. Like if you don't like me, don't pretend you don't have feelings, or don't pretend you have shit. Don't pretend you have feelings and you don't. Like I'd rather have my feelings hurt than you lie to me.
Exactly.
Like that's a bigger breakup, or that's a bigger heartbreak being
100%.
lied to than just being honest. I respect honesty, even if it's not what you want to hear. Like truth hurts, man. But I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want you like to break my heart. But at the same time, it's like don't lie to me.
Right.
Chanel, what's your relationship advice?
Eat
Forget
more
flowers.
chicken.
Forget flowers. Buy greenies.
So this is gonna be a big one for the girls. In today's age, guys hate clinginess. They hate when a girl is always on them. Like, can I go to bed? Like you said, hold my hand while I poop. Like, not too many guys.
I'm just imagining like a relationship and like they're on Tinder. They're like, "Will you hold my hand while I poop?"
That's it. If somebody asked
See,
me,
that's a little different than being comfortable around each
True.
other. That's
Like
like a little.
that's taking farting around your significant other to a whole new extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we fart around each
Yeah.
other.
Really?
It took.
what?
It took a while.
I like that Inception.
Yeah.
Story time. Up to like a year ago, he would like literally go outside,
Oh yeah, I think
So
you told
far.
us that.
and
Now I'm
I would
way
be
too
like,
comfortable.
I have to pass gas, and he was like, can you go outside? Like it's a totally normal, and there's a place and a time for it. Like I'm not gonna just be at a nice place and just like fart, you know.
Right.
But
You gotta have
now
some
it's
class.
like-
There's a little class you have to have in your fart.
You have to have a little class when you're passing gas.
Like if you're at a restaurant and you're on a date and you like feel it like in your stomach, you just let a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta switch it up.
with a little smile with it.
JC, what's your red flag?
What's my red flag?
Farting in a public.
I guess you kind of said no communication, but do you have
That's one
another?
of my red flags. But another red flag is anybody who's into polygamy.
What the hell is
I
that?
thought you were gonna say political science.
Not political science. I don't
What does
care.
that mean?
Polygamy is basically having more than one spouse.
Yes. That's what
And
that means.
I recently talked to somebody who I found really attractive, and that put me off from them. But it's just the fact that
Like at one time?
like what?
Like at one
It's-
time, or they
At
go
one time, so like, let's say,
And actually,
for
like-
example, if I got into that relationship, I would be his girlfriend, and then he could go off and get more girlfriends, and they would be
like an open
my,
relationship.
They would be
Yeah.
like, it's kind of like an open relationship, but those would be like my sister girlfriends. So like when he would marry me, they'd
Sister
become
wives.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And it's technically
Multiple girlfriends.
illegal, and like it is very like there's like a whole bank system surrounding polygamy. Like
Wait,
it's
it is or is it illegal?
What a bank system?
Isn't
Yes,
it like they do it
they
in different
keep their
countries,
money and they like aren't allowed. Like it's literally ran by children.
Mhm.
They learn how to read their bank statements from that bank in Sunday school. Like I'm not necessarily like there's the sexuality of being polyamorous,
Mhm.
and there's like polygamy. and there's a very fine line where those cross.
Mhm.
I just don't want to deal with that, and that's just something
That's crazy.
whoever's watching this, I doubt.
To the sister wives at home.
To the sister wives at home, like,
Right.
you do
Keeping it
you,
alive.
but personally for me, that is a big red flag because I want somebody who's going to be dedicated only
All
to
about
me.
you.
It's all about me, like, in a relationship.
Oh,
Let me not say it's all about me in a relationship. Let me say it's all about me when it
And the
comes
other
to
person,
Yes.
exclusively.
Us,
Exclusively.
Yes.
Not a
Yes.
whole sisterhood. Like,
Right.
that's weird.
No, that's.
I mean,
that's
no
a big
offense
red
to the
flag.
people that are in it, but I feel like that's just wrong. Like, how are you supposed to expect it to be faithful? Because trust and being loyal is huge. But having 5 freaking wives or husbands, like, that just defeats the whole purpose of the relationship, I think.
Yeah.
You're like cheating and having to be okay with it. But if you're into that, you're into that.
Some people are into it, but it's gonna derail on the mental. So.
Like,
Man,
And that is our opinion. You do
Yeah.
not have to agree with our opinion.
Right.
Like,
Disclaimer.
at all. Disclaimer. Like, everyone's welcome to their own opinions. I think.
Hey, what's wrong with my 5 wives?
Yeah, so unrelated to that, but my red flag, I was thinking about it while you guys were saying that, would probably be, like, I was gonna say if, like, not if their, like, family is, like, bad, but maybe if they have, like, bad friends or, like, just, like,
Toxic?
people like that,
Toxic
like, if they have bad people in their life, like, that makes it sound bad that that's, like, a red flag, because that's not really what I mean,
I
but,
get
like,
what you're saying.
I like that
I
one.
get what you're
I
saying.
think,
It's, yeah. Do you want to go, Colin?
I think that's a good red flag because
A good red flag.
I feel like you can tell a lot about people, and, like,
Based off who they're
Yeah.
surrounded
Mm.
by.
yeah, because they can change that person's
Or-
perspective,
yeah.
and also they can get them into bad habits
mm.
because what they think and not thinking about the other person's perspective. So
Right.
it's just it sucks.
Or not only that, or even worse, is when they're not even able to express their feelings because they're surrounded by all these toxic thoughts. So say I really love you, right? But all my friends and family are like convincing me I don't, like gaslighting kind of,
Right.
you know.
It's like talking over your, like, inner voice.
Yeah.
Like,
literally.
and then it's like, damn, do I really love him? Because, like, no matter what it is, even not even about relationships, but it could be the simplest things, like, oh, do you like pasta? And everyone's saying, no, this is disgusting. After a while, you're gonna think it's disgusting. Or after someone calls you stupid or fat, after a while, you start to believe it. So that could go with loving someone. Like, they could put, you know how you're treated. It's like a domino effect, like the cycle of abuse or whatever. Like, whoever you're surrounded by does affect your relationships and your self-esteem and all of that. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, if you have a toxic family, you're most likely going to come out toxic and not even intentionally. It's just what you're used
and that
to.
doesn't, like, make you, like, a bad person or anything. It's just
Right.
like you're gonna, like, struggle to probably, like, just the way that, like, you probably, not to speak for everybody who has issues or
Right.
anything, but, like, some people have issues with, like, love or, like you were saying, all the stuff you said about, like,
Yeah,
self-esteem, all that, and, like,
Exactly.
that's the stuff that's gonna, like, at the end of the day, like, you're building kind of the foundation of your relationship on that.
Right, and what's even worse though is when people don't understand it because they're used to it and they can't control it. It's something out of their control. They can't surround who their friends or family is.
But then I think a
Yeah.
big green flag to make light of it is people who, like, know their faults and, like, know what they need to
Right,
work on and
exactly.
stuff.
And they're like,
and if they
"I'm
have
not
those
my
issues,
family.
exactly.
I'm not them. Just because they're toxic doesn't mean you have to be.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, be a follower. Oh wait, shit.
Be a follower,
leader.
not a leader.
Be a leader,
Never
not
lead.
a follower.
And a
Subscriber.
I stuttered.
Sub.
Sorry to interrupt you guys.
Here.
No, go ahead.
Take the
But
floor.
positivity
Oh gosh, she's farted.
and it stinks. Positivity over negativity any day. I don't care what it is. And if you want to have a debate, we can have a debate. Positive is always the answer. But
Subscribe if you're positive.
yeah, I think
Subscribe for positivity.
we're gonna wrap this one up. That's okay with you guys?
Okay, guys, they're cutting our time.
Yeah, they're cutting our time. Like, if you
Yeah,
want to see
so
us back,
100
hit that
cuts.
like goal of 100.
We're desperate for cash.
Yes, we're desperate.
If we don't get on the next episode, we're not gonna be able
Yeah.
to pay our bills.
Yeah,
Please,
so
please, I have a wife and children.
We want to keep the lights on.
Please. I wish we stood still enough here so the lights turned off.
We are so the angels.
just donate
Just-
one
just
life,
one
and you
measure.
can save a J.C. Taylor and an Avery Green.
You guys just turned a
Yeah, no,
Starbucks
just
pride into a ass
ad.
kind of.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
getting copyright. Anyway,
Yeah, if-
Hallmark.
but thank you for having us. Thank you for
Yeah,
having
thank you
us.
for having us.
Anytime. If we get to 100 views, we will have you guys back.
100 views.
Yeah.
Oh, 100 views.
Mm-hmm.
100 likes to live on.
Yeah.
that is a
100 likes and we'll permanently be added. We permanently warm our way.
Anything to say? End it off?
Starbucks pod.
Starbucks pod. See you guys.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Starbucks.
Bye.